Hello, it's Bushrocker53. So it's winter in Australia now, and it's quite cold, so we're heading into the hills to do a bit of geocaching, because I haven't done that for a while. So, let's see how it goes. So, as you can see here, we've been stopped by a little bit of rain, but we've got to near ground zero for the first one, and it seems, looking at the previous logs, that it's missing, so we'll head on to the next one, which appears to be in the same park. So, see you then. Okay, so the rain's eased off now, and I'm on a nice little walking trail. So, the cache is 6 meters away, so I suppose it's by this nice little stream here. And that hollow actually looks quite promising, but it's full of water. But anyway, I'll start looking. It's quite a nice little spot. Came down from that hill up there, that's where we parked our car, but very nice little spot. And as soon as I turned the camera off, I found it. Look there. Get that sign. So the rain stopped, and we're in a nice little field again, and the cache itself was a little log that split in half and had this inside it. But there is a man blowing leaves over there, so we grabbed it when it just ducked around the corner, and we're waiting for him to do it again, and I think he just has. I'll just show you this little paddock thing. They're onto this interesting little tree, and my shoes are getting very wet. But yeah. So we've turned up at this spot here, and it says road closed ahead. So I guess it might get a bit muddier up there, so decided to park the car, and we have got a 368 metre walk to the geocache. So see you then. Well, so far the geo vehicle could have actually made it, but there was a big gate closing off the road, so we couldn't have got past. I don't know how hard we tried, but yeah, it's actually not too bad. The first part was a bit slippery, but here it's just a perfectly normal track, so yeah. 50 metres to the cache. I'll see you then. So ground zero was at this nice little spot overlooking a field of Black Angus cows, and it was in this hollow tree here, and unfortunately this geocache was filled with water, and it had a pretty good seal on it too. So I think it might be worth checking a few of my own to see if they need drying out and a few things replacing, because a lot of the caches I've been finding lately have been filled with water because it has been raining quite heavily. Anyway, geo vehicle could have made it. The road isn't actually too bad. It might get a bit worse up the road a bit, but to get to the cache, if the gate wasn't there, we probably could have made it. So anyway, back to the car. Okay, I'm by the side of a nice little river here, and there's a little ford down there, and after much debate about which side it was on, I've trampled through blackberries and everything, and been watched by an alpaca owner. But now I've found this geocache resting up under there, so that was quite nasty to get to, and might be a bit of a challenge getting back as well, but I'll figure a way out. So here's a very interesting spot. I'm by a ford here, and there's a very rickety looking old footbridge that looks pretty rotten. I wouldn't really trust that. But yes, the geocache itself is near this live lit electric fence, and down here, so I'll get that signed. So we're now in a big bush in a cemetery, and the hint suggests that it's in this bush somewhere, and I guess it's just a case of finding it. Oh, and I think I might have. Let's see. There we go. Wasn't so hard. Okay, so this one I'm not actually sure if I'm meant to be in here, but it is hidden here. That's this bridge, and it's very well fenced off. But I found it. and quite quickly a lot of people were looking around quite a bit. And it's just starting to rain, so I'll get this one assigned and get back in the car. So it's getting a bit dark now, and this next geocache is back here under this tree, and it's near a winery, so it's pretty cool. So yes, think a few more before we go home. Okay, so just before we witnessed a cow crossing the road, being herded by 2 farmers, but I think the geocache is at this big tree that I'm approaching. This one here. Just a matter of what part of the trunk it's on. And oh, it's promising. Might go and get the torch. So it turns out it wasn't this hollow, it's just a little plastic jar. But yeah, on to another. So it's going real dark now, and this cache is just on the side of the road up an embankment, and it's just in a little tree hollow. So that's pretty cool. So this road has a very interesting name, and also has bullet holes in it, but don't know how they got there. But anyway, this is something to do with coins and the imperial system, and just under the sign, we had to pull a bit of grass away, and there is a little coin, and you pull it out, it's a film canister, so that's pretty cool. Okay, last geocache of the night, and I've found it. Took a little bit of hunting, but there it is, just behind there. So thanks for watching the video, bye bye.